What up out there, cyber friends? It's Mitty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music with yet another word for today. We want to first give a great big shout out to the YouTube family. You know who you are, from Baby Justice all the way up to Big Papa JT. We want to also say, bro, that we caught your videos, man. I get some of them I don't get. I'm like you, but whenever I see them, I just watch them. And I made a comment, I think, on one of the videos, and I told you that a lot of things now, man, are very questionable. Our music is one of them. And the music industry and a lot of the people in the music industry is up under scrutiny right about now because of the things of some of them being accused of doing. And I do say they being accused of doing it. I didn't say that they have been found guilty, but speculations are out there. But the first thing that I want to say, and I mean, being a musician, you have to be careful because you know we are musicians ourselves. But there's a lot of speculation going on about certain people, and I'm not going to call their name, but they're in the news, and they're very, very big in the music business. Top of the world, they say. They are saying that they're making a lot of satanic suggestions and stuff. You got videos on the YouTube about it. But I wanna share something with everybody. Something that was shared to me years ago. My great granddaddy, he was a guitar player, and I was told I never got a chance to hear him play. He died when I was about 3 years old, but I never did get a chance to hear him play. But I was told by people that knew him that he was considered to be the best guitar player east side of the Mississippi River. Now that's what I was told. Now, like I said, I never did get a chance to hear him play, but my great grandmama, which were his wife, and the woman that raised me to the degree along with my grandmother, which is my grandmother's daddy. His name was Lucius Marshall. They called him Sugar. They called him that because he was sweet, they say, on that guitar. And he could sing very well, they say. But like I say, I never heard none of this because he was sick when I was, like I was saying, 3 years old. And I can remember the day he died was on June 3rd, 1964. I was about 3 years old, going on 3 rather. And I never will forget something, and I want everybody to just walk with me. And, you know, I can remember it was like it was yesterday. And my great-grandmama used to sit down, and all the kids in the neighborhood used to come over to my house. And at night, especially during the summer time, it'd be so hot, we stay outside a long time during the night. And we would sit around. It wasn't like kids are today. They don't have time to do that today. Matter of fact, even grown people don't have time to just sit down and have family time, where you just talk and enjoy yourself, you know, conversate. That is just about a thing of the past. But we was out, and we would be out in the yard, and then I remember I used to call her Big Mama. And Big Mama would tell us about these certain things and legends and about things that they saw as children coming up. But it was one thing that she told me that I never forgot. And she said she was told this by my great-granddad. And she told me, she said, if you want it, because keyboard wasn't my first instrument. Now, I could play a little guitar, but not much. And I believe I could really go back to it and really get it if I wanted to, but nevertheless, she used to tell me that. She said that my granddad once told her that if you wanted to play the guitar, all you had to do was get you a pint of liquor. And that day it was corn liquor, moonshine. I'm quite sure some of you know what I'm talking about. And you would take that pint of corn liquor and go to the graveyard, midnight. And say at midnight, a person would come up to you, and he would take the guitar and that pint of liquor you got, drink part of it, take the guitar from you and tune it and give it back to you. And it said from then on, you'll play it. There's like, I don't know what. People, my grandma told me that my great-grandma told me that story many, many times. And I never tried it. I never did try it because, first of all, I didn't drink till I was grown anyway, so I couldn't try it. But I never will forget those. That was just one instance. And she told me some more things about people that were into singing and music and stuff, and how my granddad would tell her how they would go about doing certain things. And I can remember my great uncle, which was his son, all of his kids played guitar, every one of them. And he would get a broke Coca-Cola bottle, and he would break the mouth of the Coca-Cola bottle, where he would stick his finger through the mouth of it and make a glide and have that guitar singing. Like I tell you, I've seen this people with my own eyes, and I know it. But I said all that to say this: don't never say never about anything that you don't understand. Now, I can remember when I first saw this movie called Crossroads, and it reminded me of what my great-grandma told me about what my great-granddad said about the graveyard at midnight. Well, if anybody familiar with the Crossroads, you know Ralph, I forget the guy that played the Karate Kid. His name was Eugene in the movie. And he got with blind dog Willie Brown. Willie Brown, that was supposed to have been a buddy of Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson made the deal with the devil at the Delta down in Mississippi at the Crossroads. That's what that movie was all about. At the end of the movie, you know, it showed the guitar player Stevie Vaughan. And they had a duel, and Ralph Baciano won that saved Willie Brown from being taken by the devil. Now, I said all that just to break it down and come forward this way. People, let me tell you something. Satan cannot give anybody any gifts because he don't have anything to give. Let me say that again. Satan doesn't have gifts. He cannot give you no gifts of music. That comes from God. But what Satan does, Satan can contaminate. Now, I want everybody, JT, you spoke of Jamal Hartwell in one of your videos, and I'm going to come back and make reference. If everybody remember, Jamal did on one of his DVDs, he did a segment with Bruce Allen, Reverend Bruce Allen. And remember what Bruce said about Satan contaminating? Well, that's what Satan does. Satan can't create, but he can contaminate. What I mean by that? Well, God, he can take the gift that God has given me, or the gift that God has given you, and if he can make us vow to worship him, well, see, what we would do, we would take that gift that God has given us and use it to his service. Therefore, what? It's contaminated then, because we're using it for the service of the devil. Now, please, people, just hear me out. Music, a C chord is a C chord. No matter what instrument you play it on, it's gonna be a C chord. That's the way it's up. That's the way it is. Now, does it make any difference? Now, Bruce made this point. I'm just sort of like retelling what Bruce already said, people. If I play the C chord, or if the biggest devil worshiper in the world play the C chord, that C chord is not going to change. Because, now, do you think because a devil worshiper come to my keyboard now and start to play, my keyboard going to say, oh, I can't play for you? No, it's going to play. Because it's going to do what it's supposed to do. People, whether we say, I don't want to call no names. I'm not going to call these here people names. But I know that we have been told about the Nephilims and about how they possessing people, and I believe that. People, you better believe it. It is possible. There's evil in this world. Remember now, Satan offered Jesus all the kingdoms of the world. They belong to him. Satan can offer you this fame and fortune, but he gonna kill you. He don't tell you that. He don't tell. See, he say this world belongs to him to a degree. To a degree, this world belongs to Satan and all the kingdoms and the power in it, and he can give you that stuff if you vow to him. But people, we know better. Remember, now don't say it's not here, because he couldn't have tempted Jesus if it had not belonged to him. Now we know what Jesus have done. Jesus has reversed the curse for the believers, for all those that will come to him. But see, Satan is defeated, but he ain't destroyed. Come on, folks. Follow me, the man now. He is defeated, but he's not destroyed. Jesus reversed the curse for every believer. See, I'm no longer up under Satan's control now, because I'm up under God's power now. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. The world system and the power thereof still belong to Satan, people. This world system still belongs to Satan. He the prince of the power there. That's how come it tells us in the book. I think, Ephesians said we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers and spiritual wickedness in high places. So that lets you know all right there. Satan can give you the desires, what you want, if you give him his homage. Because he offered it to Jesus. And if he offered it to Jesus, he'll offer it to you. And he could not offer it, he couldn't have offered it if it didn't belong to him. It wouldn't have been no temptation. So with that said, I'm going to cut this off. I had to make reference to the crossroad, and I know what my great-grandmama told me. And I know what she told me about what my great-granddad said. And like I said, I never did get a chance to hear him play, but I know people that did. And I know all of his kids played guitar. Every one of them. And they could sing too. And like I said, I can even play guitar myself. I'm not a guitarist, but I know how to play some guitar. What I'm saying, people, don't ever make light of something that you don't understand. Because there's evil in this world just like it is good. And I tell anybody that, in the Bible tell you that. Remember Saul? Remember Saul? King Saul? He went to a spiritist. You remember that? And bothered Samuel in death. Remember that? That's in the Bible. So with that being said, we gonna say take our hat off to Papa JT. We looking forward to seeing you some more on the video, bro. And like I said, he's our big bro, Big Papa JT. And I just try to keep people's mind open. I want your mind to stay open. People don't make light of things that you don't understand. I know it's a lot the middleman don't understand, but I don't dismiss it just because I don't understand or just because I have not experienced it. Sometimes you can save yourself a whole lot of trouble by not being hard-headed and closed-minded on something. This is Middleman saying peace, goodbye.